But the more you hate me, the more you will learn.
Actually, both of those claims are garbage. Hartman isn't fair. He claims to be non-racist, and then he gives a racial insult to Private Brown.
And I'm a grunt, but you guys are not.
What does grunt mean in this context?
XQE, he'll tell you it's military.
Taking
Just
orders.
go in and do the killing.
What's the problem with the grunts?
What is a grunt? What's a grunt?
So take
We were
orders.
waiting for you, QE.
Take orders, pretty much. You know, grunt means you acknowledge you heard what was told to you.
I do grunt work.
Okay, so you're the top grunt. You're the top grunt over all the other grunts, but you are a grunt to the guy paying you.
Nah, because that makes everyone a grunt.
That's right. We're all grunts. I mean, you hear it all the time. Oh, you want me to do that? That's just grunt work. I'm more capable than that. Give me some other job.
I see. Like donkeys.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. Donkeys are
Ain't
grunts.
no donkeys. Grunt's an infantryman.
Well,
He's down in the dirt.
yep. That's,
He's the first one in, the last one out. He's all heart.
I take that as a compliment.
He's someone to be reckoned with.
that's the military version. Yes.
I take that as a compliment.
The opposite of a grunt is a pogue.
Okay, what's a pogue?
Personnel other than grunt.
That's great.
I like that one.
I like that a lot. That's great.
I figured you'd like it. You've heard me call people pogues before. No one ever stopped me, though. They never stopped and asked.
That's brilliant.
Too funny.
Did you, just out of interest, Kiwi, did you watch Rob Ager, Collative Learning, did a like a dissection of Full Metal Jacket, specifically about the basic training bit? If not, I'll send you a link to it. It's brilliant.
Go ahead. Yep.
I'll send you a link.
One of his videos was on Terminator, I think. Kylo Reese or something.
Yeah, that's what he does. He's just he pulls apart and looks at the multiple levels of movies in depth. He's great.
Right. I was pretty impressed.
He's the guy that gives the explanation for the monolith in 2001. What does it represent? What is it?
Oh, wasn't aware of that.
Oh, if you haven't seen that, I won't ruin it for anybody. Just go and check out his videos on 2001 and the meaning of the monolith.
No promises.
No, I'm not going to send you a link either. Screw you. But I will send the one about brainwashing, because that's what he's talking about. It's specific to our topic, which is why I brought it up for QE. I know it's relevant because he's an ex-grunt, so therefore he's going to appreciate the brainwashing description in Full Metal Jacket pulled apart by Rob Ager. Or at least I would hope he would, because it's describing something that so directly translates across to heliocentrism, which is why I'm bringing it up.
Exactly. No, I got it. I realized it as soon as I arrived on the bus. The first second when he jumped on the bus, I knew it. Right? That's the beginning of the indoctrination. But you got to know that, right? You can't take that stuff personally.
Kind of similar to when
Or
we were
you ain't
talking
gonna
about,
make it.
Yeah, you knew it, and that's why you could, understand it, realize where you had to employ it and where you didn't. And I was trying to compare it to when we were talking about the education of kids. If a kid's got a good understanding of critical thinking and they understand the framework of an exam that they're going to be taking, they can answer it within the confines and construct of the question and how they're asked, regardless of the contextual indoctrination that comes along with it. They can assess that after the fact and still pass the exam. Likewise, when you go into the on the bus, as you put it, stepped onto the bus to go and get basic training, you knew you're at the start of an indoctrination process. So long as you're aware of it, you know that you better damn well do it or you can have a hard life,
No, not when I got on the bus. When I got on the bus, there was no problem. It was when the bus stopped, then the person that got on then.
And the big hat that said, "You maggots! Get off the bus!
Something to that effect. They didn't even come out with it, right? Ranger Indoctrination Program, RIP. There's no hiding it. It's right there.
Oh, no, you're so wrong. Yeah, and yes, Minister, he's trying to figure out a way of hiding a really dirty detail in this report that he's got to put out. And the permanent secretary says, you put it right on the front cover.
But I thought we were calling the white paper open government.
Yes, well, always disposed of the difficult bit in the title. Does less harm there than in the text.
You put it as the title. That's what you do. The dirty detail you don't want anyone to know, you put as the title. Metaphorically equivalent to Rumpus coming in and immediately declaring the dirty detail that he's begging the question of in the first breath. You put it as the title.
I couldn't believe it. I'm standing there, right? We're all in formation. These are seasoned soldiers, right? These are seasoned grunts, some staff sergeants, right? I mean, they've been in a while. You're in Ranger Indoctrination Program, right? And you know what's going to happen. I'm saying, because I'm getting ready to laugh because I know I'm about to get abused. But they catch this guy, right? Just a simple thing. You got all your gear laid out. They're inspecting it. Everything has to be right. Dress right dress. Has to be accounted for. You have to have everything. And there was just a moment of weakness. He was right beside me. And I could see out of the periphery his body language jerk as the team. Well, it wasn't a team just yet. It was just one instructor caught a little weakness and then jumped all over him, right? And it was pretty bad, right? But if you know what's going to happen, right? They're trying to break you. If you know that, then he can say anything. It ain't going to matter. I mean, I was like snickering to myself. Of course, I couldn't be snickering out loud. But this guy broke down. And as soon as he did, as soon as I heard a little sniffle, right? All the other instructors from behind came in like wolves. They were all over him, right? He just broke down in tears, man. He was on the ground. He was crying, a grown man.
You're talking about brainwashing, right? This is what you're describing. That these are well-established methodologies to brainwash somebody. And what Q is describing is the process and how it works, and how at the moment of the man's most weak point, the other wolves know that that's their moment to train the others and to train him. That's the greatest opportunity. That's their biggest opening. Totally broken down. They can literally say anything they want, and that's when the most effective training is going to go in. Everything's going to get absorbed because he can't think straight.
That's what you want in the military. You don't want a guy breaking down and starting to cry in tears when shit gets tough.
You don't want what? So yeah, okay, fine. What you're saying is you don't want men to express the relevant emotions in the given correct circumstances.
Not in the freaking battlefield.
A totally fabricated, man-made circumstance that's not in the slightest bit natural or. Yeah, whatever. I'm just saying.
I understand that, but that's the world we live in, right?
No, that's the world people have created for us.
If war comes to your door, you're not going to want that sniffling little baby defending you. Ah, shoot, I'm brainwashed, huh?
I didn't want to say it. I was waiting. I'd left the pause for that reason. Well, kudos, Neil. But that's QE's point.
I got a good military brainwashing story.
Go ahead.
When I was in basic, there was this thing called the victory course. I believe is what it was called. But you had to scale down it's like a 3-story wall at the end of it. Well, most of us was already standing in formation waiting to go to chow, and the can't get rights were doing the scaling down the wall. One of them got to the bottom, and he was trying to get the rope out of the carabiner. And the drill sergeant got irritated and walked over there and started trying to help him. And, 2 people trying to do something that takes one set of hands. And let go of that rope. And the guy at the top, who was already in the L shape waiting to go, just let go of the rope.
One more time. You had somebody on belay, right? He tried to get out of the carabiner. You had a good guy in the L shape on top. What's the guy on the bottom doing? It knotted up on him, right?
Yeah, and he's trying to get it loose. The drill sergeant screams at him, "Let go of the rope," because he's trying to get it loose. And the guy at the top lets go of the rope.
Oh,
Go the
guy at
rope
the
in
top.
the L position.
The guy at the
Yes.
top lets go.
Yeah,
Okay.
And he's falling straight down.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that's nuts.
Fuck yeah.
I would blame the guy who gave the command for that.
Well, when he hit, I mean, it was just
Yeah, I
Such
bet
a
it sat. I bet
weird
you bet
noise.
it hurt hearing it. But I would blame the guy who said let go, because that's a command that who's it being directed to?
Well, he should have figured that out before he let go.
You don't question the orders, you just follow them.
incorrect.
I don't know
I
the
had a
bloody
drill sergeant.
command. I don't know. I was trying to sound clever.
No, incorrect.
Nathan, you're trying to do the rope a dope, and it ain't working.
A
Yeah,
drill
okay.
sergeant tried to give me an order one time that contradicted my senior drill sergeant's orders. And if I'd have done it, I'd have been screwed. So I had to sit there and take him screaming at me for 5 minutes trying to get me to do it.
So you're giving an example of indoctrination, blind indoctrination, the guy in the L shape on top of the building, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he just let go. He didn't think. But if I would have done what I was told, I'd have been screwed.
So Huey, you snickered when the drill instructor came on that guy. So I'm saying you were like Mayo in An Officer and a Gentleman. Mayonnaise.
I didn't snicker out loud. I snickered internally. Initially, I snickered, but I wasn't snickering after the wolves came in. I was just trying to tell him, come on, man. I'm trying to, don't take this stuff personally. Just hang. You know what it is. I could understand if he was a new soldier. I can understand that. But this wasn't a new soldier. So it kind of hurt me at the end. Yeah. I do have a heart.
Hear a little bit of Rob Ager's analysis.
Yeah.
I want
sure.
to know what happened at the end of John's story when he was being chewed out for 5 minutes.
There
He
wasn't
was
much,
eat up.
there wasn't much of an. Which John?
The other John.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it shattered his back when he hit it. He was done.
Not that. When you were obeying the senior commander and the guy was yelling at you, what happened after that?
Senior drill sergeant walked out of the back room laughing, and then they both laughed at me and walked off.
Typical.
I'm going to give you maybe 30 seconds of Rob Ager's analysis, and then I'll pass you on the link. So this channel name is Collative Learning. The guy speaking or giving the commentary will be Rob Ager. I'll stick a link below so you can check it out if you're watching this on a Premiering stream.
There is no racial bigotry here. I do not look down on niggers, kikes, wops, or greasers. Because I am hard, you will not like me. But the more you hate me, the more you will learn.
Actually, both of those claims are garbage. Hartman isn't fair. He claims to be non-racist, and then he gives a racial insult to Private Brown.
There you go. Just a little taste. So I'll make sure you get that link. I love Rob Ager's analysis of films. They're just superb.
Which
You know,
one is
I
that
met-
Full Metal Jacket?
Yeah, it is. I met him, Arlie Army.
The guy who plays the drill instructor.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Really? That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, it was just in a room, just with me and another guy. We talked for about 30 minutes. He's a really good guy, man.
Is he an actual drill instructor?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. Although I think he's still, even by, correct me if I'm wrong, because he's still obviously performing a piece and he's being directed. Compared to the real thing, he's still definitely OTT hamming it up. Wouldn't you agree?
No.
Oh, God. Okay.